I'm just going to explain how I made the parts of the cart for the project. I'm going to explain what tools I use, how I would do it better. I'm not going to make a cart, I'm just going to make parts of the cart that you can put together into a cart. So if I was going to make the cart, I'll start while it's just loading to explain. What I would do is I'd start with one piece that I can compare to the rest of it. So I'd start with like maybe the wheels, or maybe um or the things used to hold it. I'd start with that, but I'm just going to start with I'm just gonna show you the pieces, and it's like you can put it together yourself if you'd like to. So what I'm going to do is let's start with the planks of wood that I've done. Uh, let's make it this big and this big, and by default I like to use edge faces. This is so I can see the the edges, which I'll show you now. So I'll add some of these, and then that's good. That's all I need. And what I can do, I'll explain in a second with these. I need to add some more though here, so it doesn't do something that I'll show later. So now I've got this, I'm going to right click here, editable poly, and then I'm going to go edges, and then what I can do is, actually, I've forgotten something. I'm just going to press Control Z. If it might just take a second, but Control Z, Control Z. Yeah, perfect. Right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some width segments, and I'll show you why in just 1 second. So I go editable poly, and then this is edge select, and I press W to move it, and this just moves it in and out. And with wood, I'm trying to make some kind of cartoony wood, as how I would suggest I'd say it, and it's kind of imperfect. So I'm trying to just make it like a bit wibbly, a bit wobbly, a bit higher, a bit lower. And I go like down here, grab this one, yeah. And then if without these here, without these two, it would just like sink into there. It just look like it's still blocky. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna continue doing this, just trying to get the idea. Just try and let me do this one side as an example. I won't do it all. I can move this here, and I can even press E, the letter E on my keyboard, to rotate it. And I can do the same here. Just rotate it a little bit. Perfect. That's already looking a lot more like a plank of wood, isn't it? And then I can like, what I can do is I can hold, I'm not finished, this is obviously not how I do it, but as an example, I can hold shift, press, oh, that's not anything, I can press W to get into move mode, and if I hold shift and move it, it should copy. Maybe it's control. Okay, I'm not sure why that's not working, but it might be something on my end, but it normally works. And then I'll show you how to do the wheels. So I'm just going to delete this. I'm going to get a tube. I'm going to make it as big as I want, so let's make it that big, that thick, that tall. And it already has previous settings, so I'm going to get rid of these because I don't need that. And that's pretty much good. I'm going to editable poly. I'm then going to go to face select. I'm going to click this. I have to actually do some maths here, and I think I've done it wrong. So you have to actually think about 18 slides. That should be right, actually. Let me look at it from the top, because I need this to connect here. Yeah, that should work. So I go editable poly again. I can go here, and what I want to do is I want to go here, control. If I press control and highlight, it highlights both, and I find the one that's opposite, which is this one. I control and hit, and then I can look. I'm just going to double check visually. Yeah, perfect. I'm going to use bevel. Bevel's a very good tool. It just I'm going to do that. So you just move it forward just a bit, and then you just do it like that. Perfect. Actually, what I might do, because I want to get this all uniformed, I'm going to miss one every single thing. I'm going to go to here. Oops. I might actually miss 2. Control click. Control click. Control click. Control click. Control. Oops. Control click. Control click. Control click. Now that's highlighted, I'm going to click bevel again. I'm going to zoom in so I have some more room to work. I move it out just a tad, and then just, I'm happy with that. And then I go here, I go get a cylinder. I want to make it this big. Right now, I need to remember some stuff now. That's fine. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use this. This is called snap toggle. I can use it any way I want, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to click this. I'm going to go off this, and then now if I click over here, oops. If I click over here to make it move, here, look, it snaps there. So I'm going to do the same here. So now that's directly in the middle. That's important for the later. I'm going to turn that off because it's not useful without that. So now I need to make sure this cylinder in the middle has exactly 18 sides. I'm just going to move it down so it looks a bit better. Boom, perfect. I'm going to make sure 18 sides, perfect. I'm going to get rid of some of these so it's less confusing to look at. Perfect. So then what I'm going to do after this, I'm going to right click, editable poly, and then I go face. I'm going to go control click, rotate, control click, and I rotate, control click, control click, control click, control click, control click, control click. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to do the same. I'm going to go bevel, but I want this to look a little bit less. So I'm just going to go like this, and I'm going to go, ooh, wrong way. Perfect. I'm very happy with that. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to click off. I'm going to go, what I have to do, this is a bit complicated, so make sure to concentrate here. I press this, so I click this. I have to group these two, but it is not seeming to be working. For me, I have to change design standard. This is just for me though. On the computer at school it is different. So I have to do just something, I have to add an extra step for my computer at home, but it's fine. Because I have this here, so I have the cylinder, I have this and this. Okay. So I have this and this. I'm going to press, should be a group. Well, there should be one here. If I just look for it, I'm certain to find it. Group. Here we are. Group. Group. Now they're grouped. What I can do is I can go back to default. And then I can go editable poly again. Oh no. I don't do that. I'm actually just going to go back. If I go down here, I can go. Oh, it's not because they're frozen. Okay, now this is working. I'm just going to do it in design. Okay, so that's already highlighted, but we don't need that. So we go this here. Oh, I've completely forgotten about something. That's very poor on me. So if I go, this is elements. This is the entire thing. I'll have to go snap toggle rotate. So I have to get it perfect when it's there. I'm going to do the same as here. We go like this. Oh, I misclicked. That should be good there. and then this is angle snap. So that's basically the same as what I taught you before. So what I'm going to go is here, and I'm going to control click. It's very interesting now. I'm going to go. I'm going to press bridge, and I can click. Please work. Just click these two. And the bridging. Something isn't working here. Ah, I see what's wrong. Let me just press Control Z and Control Z. Let me deselect. I'm not sure exactly what has gone wrong here. However, bridge. That doesn't seem to be working for some reason. It's very confusing. A little bit of fiddling. Control. Bridge. Maybe if I click this. That is actually very interesting. I understand what I've done wrong. I haven't selected them both. That is interesting. Because what it's meant to do is meant to go like that and bridge together. That's what it's meant to do. I must be doing something wrong. Let me check. I have ungroup open. Explode design section. Let me go back to default. It now has editable polygons. Let me see if I can. Group 1 has editable poly. Let me change the colour of both. So maybe red. Perfect. Should make it look easier. Now if I press bitch. How curious. I can try and do it a different way that might not look as good, but it might be a little bit easier. I can go like this and use the extrusion tool. It won't look as good, however, beggars can't be choosers. What I might do it the other way around. So I grab this and oh, you got this, and boom, that looks good. That's good. Perfect. Excellent. Perfect. Perfect. Excellent. Super. Thank you to whoever's marking this. Remember the word banana. I'll be asking you about it. Okay. Bye bye. Thank you.